I got a camera going. Be mindful. Every accident that has ever happened is because somebody wasn't being mindful. You know that? Yeah. If somebody was thinking about something other than the present moment. Yeah. Isn't that a trip? Yeah. Isn't that wild to think about? Isn't that wild? Yeah, every accident that's ever happened is the result of people just not being mindful. Not just being present where your hands are, being where your hands are. I used to weird kid freaking chant that, be where your hands are. Here you are, Marge, right? Because I get so heady, I'd think about things that were outside of my car, my experience, my personal, and stuff I was powerless about, and stuff I didn't need to be wasting life force energy on. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm Hayoka. I'm Path. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Found an old song today, a couple old songs. Went down an old song path. It started with Northern Exposure. Me and Mom are on Northern Exposure right now. And there's this episode where Chris created these lights, this light scene, and the music to it is Enya. And Enya, I've listened to Enya since 1987, 88, 89, long time. And so that brought back a lot of cool memories. And then I was like, hey, Mom, you got to hear this song. And this is a song that I'm listening to right now. Trans-Siberia Orchestra, Christmas in Sarajevo. I remember, because we were so freaking poor growing up. Holidays just sucked. They just weren't fun. And it was always like the first, like, from 7 to 12, around there. It's a lot of bus rides on Christmas, 11-hour bus rides, and it's just no way to spend the holidays. And it just sucked. So I turned it around, though. When I lived in Omaha, I worked in the Department of Radiology, CUMC, and I had my own little office there. So whenever anybody would call, I could just freaking dart over to their office. But I had my own little nook there, and that was kind of cool. I've had my own office before. That's sweet. Huh. Anyway, so what I started to do is there is a radio station. They still do it, I believe, there in Omaha. I can't remember what station the call numbers are. That they would play holiday music starting the day after Christmas, and people go nuts. People with their traditions. I don't know. It was cool that I got to witness it. We did the going out at midnight where there's like more people out than I had ever seen. And it was midnight. It was a trip. That was surreal. I did it just because I'll try anything once almost for the experience of it. So it was just, I remember the first time that I heard Christmas in Sarajevo. And I was probably fresh out of the Air Force. It says here it came out in 96. But see, I didn't hear it. It was never on my radar. You know? So, wow. Really? Anyway. That was the year my grandfather died, too, 96. That was a significant year for me. That was a big shift year for me. Anyway, so, I remember hearing that song and just, because, like, we never got to drive around, look at Christmas light. We didn't get to do all that stuff. Sometimes we didn't know. I mean, like, one year we weren't going to have a Christmas tree. And, like, God provided, like, 3 of them. We ended up with 3 of them that year. So we had one, and we kept 2 of them, and I gave one away. Because they were fresh pine trees. And so it just filled this house. So we put one in each into the house. That was kind of cool. That was kind of neat, huh, Ma? We were the family chosen at Denny's, the needy family. Pick a needy family, you know. And I look around, I see all that people have, and I'm just like, they ain't even grateful for it. But it's been my fault because I let them trip me up. I've been opening my eyes to a lot lately. And anyway. So the story keeps continuing. So I remember the first time I heard it, and then a buddy of mine's like, "Hey, they're coming to Mid-America Center. Wanna go see them?" So I was like, "Heck yeah!" So that's when, see, because we never got to do much. And so when I was 26, 27 when I got into the Air Force. 26. And so I had debt to pay. And so I started just paying that off real quick because I don't like being under debt. See, big corporations, I have no problem being under debt to them. You know, I hate credit and all that stuff. I hate that reindeer paradigm. I hate it. Oh my gosh, I hate it. So, but when I got into recovery and started meeting people and stuff and going to concerts and stuff like that, and heck, it wasn't until 2014. She need to go walk around. All right, you go walk her around. I need to start soaking their food, or it's not going to be ready in time. Like there's an in time, but they just start getting hungry and pissy and moany. How you doing today, Ma?
Doing good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
Had a kind of a rough landing. Literally, Mom woke up. She was standing next to the dresser, and she just got lightheaded. She just went into the dresser. I was like, "Ma!" I don't know who it startled more, me or you. But she just, yeah. But she's all right. No harm done. Anyway, got the dog's nails done today. So, but it wasn't until 2014 that I really started learning, you know. That's when I was like, I don't know, I guess I started taking my that's weird. I started doing things for me in conjunction with my usual routine, but that's when I started going out and like really going into who Marge is. And what are you really going to be about in this incarnation? That's why I really started taking pictures. That's where I really started going within. And I started like experiencing just, you know, I would take myself out and get $100 steak and just go to a lot of shows. I go to a lot of productions, see people's perceptions of these productions and stuff like that. And I just got to enjoy, because a lot of things like that came across in Omaha. Because like, yeah, the like Broadway across America and stuff like that. And then I'd started to venture out where I'd fly out. Like I flew to Florida one time because Joe Coy was opening for Chelsea Handler. And yeah, I'd do anything for the experience. Now, my last experience like that was like, I knew things were going to get dark for me in 2000. I knew things that were going to get real hard. I was like, I kept listening to the astrology. I'm like, man, I just freaking just when I was like a little kid and just freaking would get ready for my spanking, tighten my ass. All right, let's get through this. This is gonna be a hard next few years. I'm like, because people would like talk about these placements and I'd be like, man, that sucks. And I looked them up, and they were in my chart. I was like, So it did, but it was a lot of lessons learned. I learn lessons every day. I learn lessons. So it's been a wild journey. I'm glad that I have this as as a video diary to keep track of the craziness which has been our life the last few years, huh, Ma? Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for it to settle down substantially. Not stop, but I'm ready to just work. So anyway, oh, good girl, Luna. Just getting the pillows just right. Get her just right, girl. She went and got her nails done today. Laser eye Luna. She's such a pretty girl. Oh, where's the cat? Or Luna, get up. Don't. She's so staunchy. She just so staunchy. She's like, hey, what are you looking at? That's what she did. She walked up to Artie. She's like, you looking at something? It's so funny. All the dogs that I got, Artie is the tallest, and then then Tucker came next, and then he's the second tallest, and then they all came in order, and then she's extra small. Luna, she's the short stack. She's got the biggest attitude. Don't you, pretty lady girl? You're so pretty, girl. Love you so much. She always says, don't embarrass yourself to me. Do not embarrass yourself to me. You're embarrassing yourself. Go, girl. Yeah. Oh, dear. The gig is up. The jig is up. The gig, the jig. Now they know what time it is. I shouldn't have paid any attention to them. It's my own fault. She's kind of a drama queen. When I take her to get her nails done. And she stresses me out. But that's the thing is she milks it. She knows. But it takes two people to hold her. And she's freaking just whines a lot. But she does okay. She just whines. She's just real whiny. Anyway. And Tucker does pretty okay. The one guy was like talking about how long his back ones are and how they curl. And like he was like teasing like, what color would you like to paint those? Because they're like long like that. And I was like, I think he felt like a dick because I said, yeah, I think that's because when he was born, he would live the first 6 months of his life in a puppy mill in a rabbit cage. So that's just how they were trained to grow. And then the guy he never said anything after that. I wasn't mad or anything, he didn't know, I freaking say stupid shit all the time. I always say stupid stuff, man. Because I think things and I say them out loud and people are like, I don't know. Some people are warm and receptive. Not all the time. So anyway, Christmas in Sarajevo, that was, I'll never forget when because the first time I heard it, because I heard it in a car and it was like we turned it up and it was a really good time. It was just laughing with your buddies, drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, yeah. And then actually going to the show like a couple months, a very short time later, that was cool. Because they happen to be passing through. So I have manifested a lot. I've had a lot of life experience, from coming from not much and nothing to, the Panorama Hotel on the island of Crete for Operation Iraqi bullshit. They had the pool redone the year I was there. Anyway, so it's kind of I never went to riches. I was pretty comfortable. I could go anywhere I wanted and do anything I wanted. And then the world just shut off. And then this whole thing and so I had to go within and start looking at myself and freaking start getting rid of the stuff I don't want about me and keeping the good stuff. Although those character defects, man, I will never be void of them all. So, still, just like the song in my ear right now, I'm just doing the best that I can. And I always try. I always try to be a better version of me than I was yesterday, but not as good as I'll be tomorrow. Oh, Mom, what do we got? Oh, we got chicken enchilada. I was like, oh, no, I got to cook dinner. What are we doing for dinner? I don't even have cheater food because I didn't even get freaking fish sticks, grown-up fish sticks, what I call them. Those are like, and taquitos. But every time I go to this store, there's less and less stuff. There's deficits. Like when you go through the produce department, there's like nothing. There's like slim pickings. But we've always had plain tastes. You know, every now and again, like I'll do what I did a few days ago, and I'll spend $30 on a roast. But I like once a year, and the nutrient. Mom grubbed on that, huh? That was good. Today I made chicken enchiladas. I don't like them.
You don't like them?
I don't like them. I don't like the tomatillo sauce. See, because one time I made tomatillo sauce. I did the whole 9 yards. I freaking blackened them. Did it all up. See, because when I worked at Chevy's Mexican restaurant, they had the best tomatillo sauce. It was just right, tangy. And this stuff in the jar is tangy, a tangy sweet, and I don't like it. So I did cut it down a lot with sour cream. And enchiladas, I think, are one of those foods that taste better next day anyway. I think they're one of those kinds. So I'm going to give it overnight, you know. I just don't like this sauce because I don't know. When I've had sauce that I've really, really liked, and then I have something that is just not comparable. Blech. Blech. Mom liked it. You liked it. Minus the tortilla part. I don't think you like the tortillas so much, but I did put it back in longer.
That was harder to digest.
Tortillas?
Where they have the great big ones.
I only got the 6-inch ones. 6 inches is this from here to here. That's how big your foot is. 6 inches. Anyway, but that's all right. I like crunchy tortilla stuff. I don't really like soggy tortilla stuff either.
That's so solid.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on in the world at all. I did go out today. I went to the market to get stuff for the enchiladas.
Oh, that's cool.
The mood? I'm trying to think of the engagements that I had with people. Did I engage with people today? Usually I engage. Yes! I did. The lady was scanning. See, I'm always doing research everywhere I go. She was scanning one of those QVC, one of those. They keep coming up with stuff and I can never remember the name of it. The scanny, not the barcode ones, but they have a new QVC, QRC, anyway, these new scans. And she was scanning it. And I was like, does that ring you up? Like, are you ringing it up as you go? And she's like, no, it's like more like coupons. And she said, but she did that at Sam's Club recently, down in Santa Fe. Is that she went through, and her card is connected to her point of service, and she just went through, went boom, 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 pay as she went, and then walked out.
Oh, wow.
And just showed him her receipt that she had paid already. And it's no different than a receipt if she went through a cash register. You know? I'm always asking these questions. I gotta know. And I'm like, so I said, so are you ringing up right now? And I think she was ringing up, but she still had to pay up front. But that's cool. And she was like, I don't know, she was probably at my age. It's hard for me. I'm not real good at judging people by their like looking at it and being like, okay, you've been on the planet for 56 years. You know, it's just hard for me to determine. So I try not too much. I try not to determine people's ages too much. I go more by energy, but that was pretty friendly.
That was nice.
No, I was like, so, because she was using that. And I think it's tied to her card, which I have one of those too. I don't know. I just don't even want to bother with stuff. Because technology, that's the thing about technologies I learned a long time ago, is all the features that I've ever loved gone away too. You know what I mean? I can't get excited about how the design of a website or how or even how a practitioner does a thing, because everything changes, you know? And in human computer interface and in technology and IT, it changes overnight, and it's just, hell, I don't even get my shit when I order online now. I'm so skeptical about paying a company money to send me things, because now recently I just don't get stuff. Stuff just doesn't get here. And it's like, you fuckers still get paid. Why can't I get my shit? It's ridiculous, man. The how much people get paid to be as dumb as people are. It's hard to watch. And then I went back and exchanged stuff at Wally World. I got routed. You need to stand here, please. And I'm like, here? Is this good? How's this? It's just, people just always gotta boss me around, man. And it was funny because I was standing in the exact same spot that the people in front of me were standing. But when I stood there, I was doing it wrong. So she's like, you need to come over here. Silly. What else, Ma? Should we look at the news?
Yeah.
Should we see what's going on in the world, Ma?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Are you sure about that, Ma?
Yeah.
I don't know. Most of the stuff that you come across on here isn't true anyway. It's just stories like you get on books on shelves at a library. People talking out the neck. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Ma. Then I gotta get going here. Oh, that's right. Zach talked about that already. Dan Aykroyd's brother died at 66. Oh, all the things that add up to 66. Gosh, a lot of turnover right now. I don't care about sports crap. I don't think people that play should make as much money as those people make. I don't think that they it's just not right. Just a whole bunch of nonsense. Not a whole lot of good stuff. Not a whole lot about how millionaires are building, are contributing. Nope, not one. Not one. Not one billionaire, not one millionaire contributing to anything but their own bottom line. A whole lot of nothing. Oh, it's a weird holiday season, huh, Ma? We're always pretty grateful around here, though.
Yeah.
We are every day. At some point, Mom's always talking about how she's grateful to be alive. Because she'll watch something she'll see something on how or something, and she'll acknowledge how we are healthy and how we've always been pretty healthy, and express gratitude. So that's a daily basis around here. People got to do that stuff more, man. People are plundering, lunatical, plundering. People are going crazy. They are. They're going. They are. See it all the time. Some days I'm just like, man, Am I a ruined human being? Some days I wonder if I'm just ruined. I was explaining to the lady at Wally World when I was the lady in front of me. I was, because her husband was doing the exchange, so she stepped back to engage with me, and I was like, yeah, they gave me 6 anthrax vaccines 15, 16 years ago. I said, I'm not the same person I used to be. So I could hold my tongue. People would never know that I was bothered, and now I'm just like, bleh. Now I don't hold my mouth. I just don't. And I'm just like, sometimes I'll hear myself, Marge, don't say that. Marge, be quiet. Marge, sit this one out. And then my mouth just overrides it. And I hear people all day long talk about how their free will designates that, you don't do that. You don't do that. So then I beat myself up for the rest of the day about how I don't do that. How you don't do that. You don't just keep your mouth closed, turn the other cheek. But there's that part in me that just, no, that ain't right. It ain't right. Huh? I'm not even going to tell you to hush, because evidently people like to hear the little critters in the background go yammer yammer. And you're so cute. You are so cute. Her little face is getting frosty. They're all heartbreaks waiting to happen. We all are. And when I see people, and then when I'm not really that bad. I really am not. I am my own worst critic. I am seriously. Went and got Sassy's filler food, which I should probably put to good use, because she's gonna start barking too. They're all gonna start barking. Feed us, and their food isn't even. It's not even ready. I gotta prepare it, make it nice.